What's going on YouTube? We just had our first altar fight here in our KVK4, our 1v3 KVK4, where we were supposed to be fighting both altars. Now obviously we did not actually fight both altars, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so we fought mainly in the Earth altar, and as you can see, my KP is pretty low here, but I did fight a lot on the water side for probably like half of the altar fight. So I did miss out on a lot of the KP here that the Earth Camp altar did. By the way, 100 million KP in altars? He had to be fighting after the altars ended. There's no way he gained that much in the time we were fighting. We fought for maybe like 2 hours and 30 minutes. But anyways, that's besides the point. I gained roughly, I would say, 20 million KP. Now, I did get some good reports. I'll go through my reports real quick. Starting off with some of the best reports near the end of the altar fight. We got a 4.2 million. We got a 3.4 million. We got a 1.4 million. A 3.4 million again. These were literally the peak of the peak. These are the best reports I got. Let's take a look at some of the fights we fought against Water Camp though. Yeah, that was rough. Baichi Luce got cooked here. This QSH March got cooked. This is when we were fighting Water Camp. Now, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but I'm just going to call it how it is. I feel like this altar fight went way worse than what I was expecting out of a kingdom like this. Obviously, the leadership in this kingdom is very organized. You guys could tell that from our Zone 5s. I feel like we're pretty organized. I would say 99% of the Zone 5s went as expected and as planned, and it was a good fight. These altar fights, there was a lot of issues with them, and I'm going to kind of just lay it out right on the face. First and foremost, for some reason, our leadership decided that we were only going to fight one altar. And this is a big issue, because first of all, who cares about winning altars? If we win altars, great. That does nothing for us. I guess we get to stay in first in the honor leaderboard, but honestly, who really cares about the honor leaderboard? If I look at the honor leaderboard, we are miles ahead of the competition in honor. We're about 4 million honor ahead of everyone. So honor leaderboard honestly doesn't really matter. So besides that, why would you fight one altar? Some people in the chat were saying that they wanted to mainly drain Earth Camp over Water Camp. I could see that. That could be the case. But the end of the line is, fighting one altar just gets us less KP, gets Earth Camp less KP, gets Water Camp less KP. It just gets everyone less KP. I did not agree with this. If you guys were in my live stream, I was very vocal about that. Only fight one altar? I can't lie. Yeah, no fights, guys. One altar means no fights. I might as well end the stream. We're literally gonna get 0 fights. I don't know why leadership would do that. That actually just ruined my mood. I'm not gonna lie. What terrible news to wake up to. There's literally 0 incentive for Earth Camp to fight us now. 0 incentive. I thought this was a bad decision. I thought it was boring. I thought it was lame. And I don't think we should have done it. Now, they already sent mails out. Next fight is going to be different. We'll be fighting both altars for sure. So, they already fixed the problem. But I still want to rant a little bit about how frustrating it is when I'm waking up at 3 a.m. my time to having everyone sent to one altar. So that basically guarantees there's no fight. There's not a single kingdom in this KVK, or single camp in this KVK that could 1v1 43, even in altars. It's just not possible. We're just too strong. So what I thought was going to happen was we would fight in altars, and then Earth Camp would go down to here, Wind Camp would go down to this altar, and then Water Camp would just take this altar, and then everyone would get one. Now that did not happen. After we won the first 2 ball fights, they posted a marker saying everyone in R2 teleport down to this altar. And I did do that. I was in R2. I wonder if I still am in R2. Yeah, so a lot of the players are still in R2. So as you can see, these were the players that were meant to teleport down to the bottom altar in Fight Water Camp. And if you did notice, there was 30 people here. And it was even more at the time. I think there was 45 players in R2. So they wanted 45 players to come down here and fight Water Camp. And I was actually excited to do this. I thought this was an awesome change. Yo, we get to fight both altars now. We get more fighting. I thought it was overall a good change. And that's kind of why I showed the reports earlier. But when I teleported down here, probably like 10 people came down here. Maybe like 10 to 15. We didn't have the pass already. And then the pass wasn't connected to 57 territory. Secondly, honestly, I didn't even know this was a thing. I thought it just mattered if the coalition took it, but you have to literally take it from the alliance you have to connect to. Very outdated system. Rising Kingdom should definitely fix that. But that's besides the point. Basically, we were super delayed, and the first ball fight, no one listened to markers. We ran in. People were upset that they got bad trades, and they teleported back to Earth Camp. That is literally what happened. People didn't follow markers. They fought. They got bad trades, and then teleported up to Earth Camp. The ball marker was literally right here, and people were just pushing into their altar and fighting for no reason. This kingdom might be the second worst kingdom I've been in at following markers. That is really, really disappointing to see. For top 1, obviously 3695. 3695 did not follow markers at all. This kingdom, big number 2. It was literally the whole altar fight. No one was following markers. It was happening over and over and over again, where people were pushing past the ball marker, which means I get less KP if I'm following markers. They get more KP if they're KP chasing. If everyone follows markers, we all get KP. So I'm listening to the markers. Obviously, I have the markers turned on my stream. I'm following them. Everyone else is not following the markers. I'm getting less KP. So at that point, the way I get KP is to not follow markers as well. And it just turns into chaos. This is going to be the reason why we lose this KVK, if we do lose it. Literally following instructions. It is literally so disappointing to see. At some point, I just stopped following markers, and I was chasing them to the pass. And honestly, I got a great report, but the people following markers didn't get anything. So it was kind of like, I don't know. It's just not a good thing, a good problem to have in your kingdom. This was probably like the worst problem to have in your kingdom. I'd rather have no garrisons and no rallies and everyone follows markers rather than having garrisons and rallies and no one follows markers. Now, there's not just one person to blame. It was like 50 people not following markers. Like, they just had them off or they just don't care about them. I understand that a lot of people are probably getting piloted, but this cannot stay the same. I really hope the leadership took pictures. They gotta stop. They gotta start kicking people. Like, it is actually insane how terrible this is. It's a bad situation. It is a bad situation. But anyways, people didn't follow markers. We didn't get people to teleport down here. And then I teleported back up top, got some KP, and then the altars ended. It was just a terrible altar altogether. No KP. People were not following markers. I teleported down to water camp, got absolutely destroyed. People didn't teleport down to water camp with me that were supposed to. People didn't listen to markers down in water camp. People didn't listen to markers in earth camp. It was awful. I hated every second of it. I woke up at 3 a.m. to do this. It was kind of a waste of time. I was up at 3 a.m. for less than 20 million kill points. Like, oh my god, it is the worst. Now, obviously, this is the first altars. There's probably a lot of new people in the kingdom. I'm really hoping by next altars, everything gets sorted out and we get everything fixed, because I do not want to deal with that again. And this actually makes me feel like we're going to lose this KVK. Stuff like that. Like, I understand that people want KP, but if there's, like, even in our previous zone, we had markers for when the fighting was over. It said free-for-all in this territory. Until you see that marker, you should listen to ball markers. Now, I know that altars don't matter at the end of the day. You can't gain any territory. They don't affect the KVK result at all. It's just disappointing to see people not listen when they're supposed to be listening. And I don't know if we're going to win this KVK. Obviously, I don't want to jinx anything, but yeah, that was a bad look. Bad look. Anyways, that's it for this rant. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.